Yes people, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing how to start an OF agency in 2026. There is a lot of misconceptions that in 2026 it is very difficult or impossible, and it's becoming too saturated to actually start an agency, which is just a lie. People are just doing bad techniques and just doing certain things wrong and staying within their old habits. So I broke it down. This is the most simple way you'll know how to create an OF agency, and if it's the wisest move within 2026 to actually enter this industry. So I broke it down into 6 stages. To start in an agency, this is made for beginners, or if you are semi-experienced, you've not been doing it long, and you might be missing some of these key fundamental factors. But stage 1 is creating your foundation and online presence. So the first step is to simply establish yourself. What this means is you want to create an Instagram profile that looks different from others. You want it really clean. You want nice images. You don't want images in your nan's basement with a dirty wall. It just doesn't look professional. When you do message these high ticket models, you want them to see and you want them to think, wow, this guy really does know what he's talking about, because you want to put some educational videos, build up your personal brand. But you also want them to look and think, wow, this guy's professional. He hasn't got his top off in every photo and trying to giga chad on everyone. He actually looks like a decent human being. So think about all these psychological factors that the model might be looking at your page and thinking. So first step, establish yourself. Create an Instagram page or social media profile for your agency. Choose a clean professional name. I'm called Matt OFM, Matt Ollie OFM. It's just simple. It shows what I do in the title. You can just put your normal name. This is on your discretion, but just don't put it as some random fucking, I don't know, TV light switch or no roadman name, like a ghetto name. Don't be doing that. Clean and professional. Keep everything professional. Upload a few high quality lifestyle or business style photos. You can get some photos off Pinterest if you don't do anything and you don't go out often or get up to much. You can go onto Pinterest, search up business style photos, get some photos within your city. You can even go on into Instagram and then go to nice hotels, click on the Reels tab, and look at some insights that people have uploaded and just screen record them and use them. That's if you really don't do much. What you want is high quality lifestyle images, such as you've been on holiday, you can put them up. Anything that's nice, anything that's not a shithole background. Then you want to position your page as creative, growth focused and trustworthy. How do you build trust? Come across as professional, give educational videos, be professional through the whole process. Everyone bangs on about you need a website. You don't really need a website. You can just start off with an Instagram page and make sure that your page is set out correctly. Make sure that your reels, your insights, they're all professionally done. They're laid across nicely. Have your reels in the reels tab. Have some nice photos. Try and keep them color coded if possible. I always think it's a nice touch. If not, high quality clean photos taken with like an iPhone 13 or above or a proper camera. You are not going to pretend to be a big company. There's so many models within this industry, like so many models. You don't need to pretend that you're a £10 million company. You can literally go in and you can say, this is what we're offering. Break it all down. Show your superiority, show your authority, give them a lot of valuable information, and that will be enough. You don't need to be here lying about, oh, I've got this many customers, I'm making 4 million, when they will see that. They will see that you are not running a £5 million agency when it's you taking the phone call every time. Like if you are running a £5 million agency, I'm sure you have lots of staff members that are dealing with her, and it's just going to be you speaking to her a lot of the time. So do have a think about that when you are making up these lies. You know, the models are not stupid. They will see if you are talking shit. So you just want to show your real, always show your face. If you're not showing your face, it just shows that you're not professional. If you are hiding your face, I don't think it looks too professional. I know there are people within this industry who do really well, who have a mask on, but I'm assuming when they do model phone calls, they have the mask off to show that they are a real person and not an online scammer. Take presentation seriously. I do a presentation, the full breakdown of every model that I have an onboarding call. You're building a small creator focused brand. This is the early stage, is about credibility, not results. So stage 2, building a personal brand. What you want to do is show authority, presence, proof of intention. So what you want to do with this, just be showing like you really are knowledgeable within this field. Always keeping a professional attitude, showing the models, actually, if you did this differently, you would see these results. If you already have worked with models, this is what I've done before, this is what's worked. I can see this from your content. You can even break down a Loom video of their IG and show them everything that they're missing and they could improve on. This doesn't mean fake screenshots or hype. Actually show genuine knowledge. Trust me, knowledge is power. Knowledge shows trust. If you've got the knowledge, you have to learn everything. I do have a free Discord group what you can join, and I do go into depth on how you can create systems, how you can get clients. Everything is broken down step by step. So posting a few insights about social growth or branding, we've touched on this, sharing general thoughts about the creator marketing, showing that you understand positioning and strategy. This is all stuff that I've went over, making sure that you understand how the market's going. This is a industry where it is always changing and fluctuating. You'll have one week Threads is doing the best, you'll have the other week IG is doing the best. IG Reels have been literally the king for so long, but here and there you do get something like Blue Sky pop up, you do get something like I don't know, like SX Mass DM. That's what we're doing at the minute. That's a little bit black or grey hat method, but things do pop up. But this is what I'm saying, you want to always have knowledge on what is happening, and how you can do this is by joining communities or networking with people similar to yourself. The creator should be able to click on your profile and feel like they have direction and purpose. You can do these by insights, you can do them by stories, reels, all of that stuff. Not just a blank page asking them to manage them. I've seen people with like 30 followers, like a bald guy with selfies, half his forehead missing, that you think, what are you doing? Sat in a vest and a gold chain with holes in the wall behind him. It just doesn't work. So stage 3, outreach and first conversions with creators. Once your page looks presentable, you can start outreaching. This stage involves finding creators who look in the early stage or underdeveloped. You can go for them type of creators. They are easier to attain, especially if you are just starting out and you don't have the results to show. So what you can do, you might have some like fresh 18-year-old who's just started, and then from there you can just get her to join your agency and then build her up. Just do a marketing evaluation, find out about her, find out what content that she wants to create, and you can go from there. Next one, you want to send friendly, non-pushy messages. You want it to be different from the rest of everyone, so you do get a response, but then you don't want it to be like ridiculously like, join me right now and I'll make you 400 grand in a week. Just be realistic, you know, show them value. Don't be too pushy. It works a lot better than just don't be an idiot. Offering feedback or light suggestions. So yeah, this breaks into the Loom videos on about you can give Loom videos as feedback, and you can even give light suggestions. So what we try to do is break it, like have a conversation with them, try to find their pain points. Pain point can be, oh, I'm struggling with time, I'm struggling to manage everything alone. Okay, this is how we can resolve this problem. You always want to resolve their problem as that individual problem. Don't go on a tangent about loads of other things, because then you'll fuck the whole call up. Just stick to the one thing that there is their pain point and show how you can fix that, and then they'll be happy if you can do all the rest of the basics correctly. Opening a real conversation instead of pitching instantly. Yeah, we always send just a short message. We obviously make it unique to us. Do split test, because everyone always says, oh, you know, everyone goes on like there's one right way. There's not. There's loads of right ways. It's just about split testing and testing what works for you, because your page will be different to mine. Things you say might be a bit different. You know, I'm heavily educational based with YouTube, so I will push them in the direction of YouTube if they want some information. The message isn't let me manage you. It's more, I've been working with on a creator growth, and I think there's potential in your brand. If you'd ever like some advice or support, I'd be happy to chat. It's non-pressure. You're offering free value, and most of the time they'll look at this and think, oh fuck it, I'll just see what they've got to say. And if they are impressed, they'll be like, okay, I'm going to give this guy an opportunity. So That leads us on to stage 4, explaining the business model in simple terms. If a creator shows interest, you explain what the agency does, how it works financially. With the finances, you can just take payments through Stripe. It's really simple. Or you can do bank transfer. We primarily do Stripe. We've had no issues. We have had issues when using Wise and stuff like that. It's just, I don't recommend doing that. What both sides are responsible for, we always do a 50-50 split. And this is because if you go any lower, you're going to be really, your profit margins aren't going to be high enough. We do 50-50. If the creator is earning like 20, 30, 40 grand, then you can bring it down to 40 or a 30% split and still make good money. But you've got to think about the chain team and your operations behind the scenes and how much profit you can be making. It's all about making money. You're not here to do this for free. You have to do this in the right and correct way. Which usually means the creator focuses on content and brand presence. You help them with content ideas, but obviously they're shooting the content. You know, you can assist them, you can get videographers to help them, but they are the ones creating the content and the brand presence, because it's their face that's at the forefront of their social media profiles. The agency focuses on growth, systems and operations, so you do everything behind the scenes. We actually help creators do accountancy. We help creators, they're never posting on any socials. Literally all the systems are in place. So, you know, if you're looking at chatting, we've got the rolling system where they have 5, 6, 7, 8 workers working daily. You've got workers calling sick left, right and centre. You are running a big operation. So how it's working is you'll have creating the clock in, clock out systems. You're making sure there's a 24-hour operation within the chats. You're making sure every day posts are uploaded and uploaded to a good quality with, you know, everything that's needed around that. The reason this works, there are far more new creators entering the platform than agencies. There's probably like 15,000 agencies and like 4 million creators or something like that. So there's literally, there is a lot of models out there that don't have agencies, that are in desperate need. Then there are agencies with structure, and yeah, so a lot of the agencies actually aren't good agencies. They claim to be an agency, but I'd say there's actually probably like 2,000-3,000 good agencies, and all the rest are dog shit. Creators, they don't often know where to start, don't understand funnels or marketing, don't want to handle operations alone. Doing it alone is impossible. Like, you've got to be chatting 12 hours a day if you've got decent traffic, then creating content. Like, you just need 24 hours, no sleep to even just get by. Like, it's just impossible. You need a lot of manpower to be operating a decent sized page, especially a growing page. Yeah, even when you get to the top, you just employ more and more staff, build more and more systems, and then you're just printing money without even doing much really. You're just at the top, split testing, ABC testing, and then from there, you're just killing it. You're making money. This is why it's the best business model in the world. You want the partnership to become mutually beneficial. So yeah, you don't want to be a dictator. You just want it a mutual, friendly, you know, we come to work together. We're a partnership. I'm not here to dictate, but I'm going to tell you everything you can do to improve. So stage 5, onboarding and growth support. Once a creator is signed, the agency helps them organise foundations. Everything's got to be organised. If you don't do this, it's not going to work. Helping set up pages and profiles correctly, set up all their social media accounts, creating or restructuring branding. Some models have got branding off. They don't even understand the difference between a niche and a brand. So you can teach them how to do that. This makes a huge difference, because what they don't realise is when you are branding and you are looking like as an outsider at someone's page, if they look a bit rough, look like they're into like proper council estate men, these high ticket men who have got thousands and thousands, lawyers, doctors, all these people who are simps, they can't get any girls themselves and they love OnlyFans. They're quite clever people. They're going to clock on to what type of girl you are. They want a sweet, innocent girl. So always think about that. So assisting with marketing platforms, teaching how to post consistently. We teach all this in the course. If you literally go onto my Discord and select that, which will be in the description, then you can get access and learn all this. Helping them understand positioning and content style. And sometimes the agency, works on the growth side. You help them grow, you manage everything, they just focus on the content. As simple as that. You provide structure, a bit of motivation, that's the main one I've realised, and just some simple support. Fine. The last one is stage 6. So you're scaling together and you've got to think about long term. So you're always tracking the conversions, growth traffic sources, staying up to date with the recent platforms, increasing retention, which is good chatting systems. So with this, you don't want to force sales. What you want to do is get to know these men, build rapport, build a good relationship, make them fall in love, keep them as long-term customers. That is how you win in this industry. Develop the creator's brand identity. We've talked on that. Creators benefit from guidance and structure. They really do. A lot of creators really struggle to stay motivated. They need a structure. They need like weekly calls. They need to be having discussions about the content, because there's a lot of self-doubt in this industry. You imagine as a creator just sitting at home alone, it can get quite lonely in this industry. So it does really help to, you know, have regular contact with them, daily message, are you okay? It really helps. It's just two people working together, and when you work together and you come together and it collides and it works really well, it's such a beautiful thing, and it works, you know, you can just print money together. So why this business model can be effective: new creators are joining constantly, many lack time, structure and strategy, agencies provide support, guidance and organisation. There's some creators out there that hate agencies because they've had bad experiences. It's a shame they haven't had the opportunity to work with a good one, or their mindset's off, because some people don't actually want to scale to 50, 60k. They're quite happy earning 3, 4k and to give loads of agencies abuse. So if you do receive abuse, don't take it personally, just move on to the next. It becomes a collaborative business model. This is the beauty of it. You're working with someone else, collating ideas. It works really well. Creators benefit from, they're not being as overwhelmed, more strategic direction, supporting areas they don't want to manage alone. The agency benefits from long-term partnerships, shared growth, incentives, and experience accumulates over time. If you do want some support on all of this and learn how to do this business model, please drop me a message or leave my Telegram. I do have a free Discord community where you can go into, and I'll explain all of this in more detail and how to set up from A to Z, and it also has all my SOPs. So thank you guys for watching and take care. Peace out.